This film, Hide and Seek, is unexpectedly sad. I thought it was going in one direction, where the little girl might hurt her friend who's being mean to her, um, and that's how she ends up missing. But instead, her friend gets kidnapped by some mysterious man, and she just lets it happen and forces herself to pretend like she didn't see it. Even almost calls somebody for help and then chooses not to. Um, that's a crazy twist and such an interesting way to end the film. I liked the setting of this old looking warehouse. It's very spooky and we know the whole time something bad will happen. I really liked how the whole thing was set up and also the hints with the cigarettes too. It all comes together.
Hide and seek. Right away from the get go, you have a sense of unease here. The cold sterility of the environment, the bareness of it, but these two little girls, you just have a sense that they're off on their own, that they shouldn't necessarily be so. They enter a space that does not look child friendly. There's just this constant unease that we know something is going to go amiss here, but the question is, of course, what? And when that moment arrives, our heart just completely drops. I enjoyed the detail of the uniqueness of their relationship being explored through dialogue, that they seem to be step siblings. It does a lot with very little, right? Just by establishing that and that there's a kind of hierarchy in this relationship, um, makes the ending even more impactful in a lot of ways on an emotional level. It's really hard to tell a compact story like this so effectively, but this film really does it successfully by not wasting a single moment of screen time. Very well done.
Hide and seek. Wow. I actually felt like I was with those kids, just kind of watching them as this whole thing went down. So it felt very realistic and grounded and unfortunately real with how this went down and how this, probably does play out in real life. And I mean, everything about this was so well done because I actually felt like I was really there. The acting and these kids did, the direction, the editing, everything was good. And then the focus was kind of on this bracelet, so it kind of took my, and I know we saw the cigarettes and I wasn't really sure if that's what was going to happen, so you kind of led me, being curious along the way as well, which and I think she took out her phone to text for help, so I hope that's what she was doing. But it was really sad and scary that we have to worry about that so much these days, where kids can't just go out and play. So really well done, and I wish you guys good luck.
In the short film Hide and Seek, we get a quick glance at the beginning of the movie that is a sense of foreshadowing of what's about to take place, of that big twist ending kicker that happens between these two little girls who are playing hide and seek. They are what seems to be an abandoned building. They are having that sibling love almost, where it's they love each other, but also they're kind of being a little bullies with each other. So there's a couple of threats taking place. One of them cries. And so they get split apart, and this is when the real horror happens. We ultimately see one of the little girls end up getting kidnapped and taken away, while the other one witnesses and seems to have the phone and call for help and assistance. And what we see is the aftermath of the little girl kind of walking about and seeing that her sister is gone. This isn't a game of hide and seek. This is the really beginnings of what could be a really interesting story.